Wow, look at all these games! Also, it looks like a little picture of a rat made it in there. That list you saw before you was the many games contained within Steam Next Fest, a celebration of indie games, developers, and also us, the players. Oh hey, it's a place for them to show off bits of their upcoming launches and a place for us to try out new experiences. But you already knew all that, and if you didn't, there's the door. Oh hey, it's me. I was behind the door. So today on Blurbs, let's have a look at 5 demos that I really enjoyed in a little series we like to call John's Big Boss. First off, at number 5, we have One Button Bosses. One Button Bosses is a simple game. Because one button. But man oh man, do they put that thing to work. This game is a track-based bullet hell that at times feels like a rhythm game, but it really isn't. It's a bullet hell for people who aren't good at bullet hells, because how hard could pressing one button be? It's incredibly hard. Since the game requires you to build up speed in order for you to deal damage, you're constantly cutting the windows as tightly as you can in order to dish out just a little more pain. Finding that perfect balance is a precise juggling act that is equal parts difficult and satisfying. As the demo progresses, you unlock more abilities, but at its core level, it's still an intriguing, albeit simple, game. Next, at number 4, we have Duckside. I'm always doing this thing where I say the name of an animal and then act like it's a really funny joke. Remember that rat from the beginning of the video? This is him now. Feel old yet? Well, Duckside appeals to my sense of humor and also iterates on a game formula that I like, Rust. You play as a duck, and like every duck, you have a multitude of guns, and you are tasked with building a fortress so that you may rule the countryside, you know, like ducks do. It gives players the ability to fly around the map and duke it out with others on air or on the ground. It takes away a lot of the tedium inherent in games like Rust, creating a more engaging experience that still allows for in-game communication and cooperation. At number 3, we have Flintlock. Flintlock is yet another addition to the Souls-like genre, riffing more off of the Bloodborne end of the spectrum. My 2 favorite pieces of Flintlock's gameplay are its movement and its guns, as the former is used to platform through well-designed levels, and the latter is used as a key part of combat. The melee action in Flintlock is fine enough, but the guns create that power fantasy while giving you a distinct advantage over your enemies. And while I may never be interested in Flintlock's story, its setting is awesome and combines well with this kick-ass power fantasy afforded to you by its punchy combat. Also, gun go boom, and I like that kind of thing. Next up, at number 2, we have Waltz and Jam. Waltz and Jam is something pulled straight out of my childhood. Its Halloween aesthetic, accompanied with a cute and bubbly main character duo, pulled me in with nostalgia but kept me there with charming visuals and entertaining gameplay. There's nothing too deep or unique about it except for its restraint. It's nice to play a game that keeps it simple and light, a game that introduces things around every corner and isn't afraid to throw them away a second later. Waltz and Jam is way more concerned with making you have fun than it is creating the perfect video game. I loved being in its world, I loved battling its dorky bosses, and I loved meeting its wacky characters. And for that, I think it's one of the best games that I found at the Steam Next Fest. Finally though, at number 1, we have Dungeons of Hinterberg. Easily one of the best games I played throughout the Steam Next Fest was Dungeons of Hinterberg. This game is going for something weird, and it's absolutely crushing it. It's throwing in a pinch of cel-shaded art style, a dash of Legend of Zelda dungeon crawling, and a holy shit, is that Mario Galaxy? In the demo dungeon alone, there were so many ways the devs iterated upon the incredible mechanics the game introduces, from flying around on your snowboard to shooting out a laser beam and killing enemies with it. Also, it's set in the Austrian countryside, so back up and let those fellas cook. All in all, it's just a good-looking, good-playing, good time, one that perfectly rounded off my experience at Steam Next Fest. Steam Next Fest is a celebration of video games, one that shines a light on great indies made by great developers. It was through this last that I discovered Balatro, Jasant, and On Guard, all games which now sit amongst my pantheon of favorites. I'm excited for the full release of all of these games, and I'm excited to hear about more in the comments section below, so thanks for watching, and bye-bye now.